Dr. Joe. Welcome to another episode of Bring On 60, my weekly show which follows my journey as I try to get into the best shape of my life by my 60th birthday this year, which is coming up quick. It's May, and so that means what? I get about 4.5 months before it's no longer Bring On 60, it's going to be I Am 60. So, anyways, everything's going awesome, going great. Training's going great. Hope everything's going well for everybody too. I hope everyone's working out hard, eating healthy. And so a couple things, let's see what's going on for this week. We're going to go into the gym right now, but I'm going to do a little segment on how to loosen up tight chest muscles. Research shows that one of the main ways that our chest muscles get tight, which affects our posture, which causes neck pain, which causes back pain, is from sitting. Sitting will tighten up your chest muscles pretty much more than anything else. And what do we do most of the day? We sit, right? I mean, unless you got a real physical job, or hopefully you break up the sitting with working out every day and exercise. But sitting is a major problem for everybody, especially for adults, and chest muscles will tighten up. So we're going to go over some information on how to loosen up those tight chest muscles and prevent that problem. And what else? So a little information segment here. I thought this was interesting. So I was reading a research study. It was from 2022. I find this stuff interesting. It was a research study. I think it was published in and maybe I'm wrong on this. I thought the journal's name was the Journal of American Geriatric Society, something like that. I don't know. It was something like along that lines. But it was basically a research study on longevity, and they took a group of older women. I think it was over 5,000 older women, and it was a longevity study. And they're trying to determine, what helps. They followed these women for over 5 years, maybe longer, and they were trying to figure out, what helps people live longer. And I found it so interesting. So they checked out was losing weight increasing longevity? And the interesting thing was that this group that they worked with and they followed, losing weight was not weight loss, and diet had nothing to do with longevity. At least they found that in this study. But you know what they found was the key to longevity with this group of older women? Increasing mobility and muscular strength. I mean, I read stuff like that and I love it, right? I mean, basically keeping active, working on mobility, keeping your strength, muscle strength. And that was demonstrated substantial longevity in that study. And so what I love about that is the fact that we can all do that. There's certain things we can't change. We have our genetics, and we're born, our DNA, we're not changing any of that, but when you can change something so easy, mobility and muscular strength, that's just spending some time each week exercising and stretching and working on your balance and working on your core and just all that stuff that we all can do. That's easy to do, that we can all just make a little extra time during our busy week and do it. And research shows that it helps us live longer, and who doesn't want to live longer, right? So anyways, I just found that very interesting. I wanted to share with everybody. Anything else? Let's see. I know we've been talking about the first product coming out from Bring On 60, the Ambition Fuel pre-workout coffee. That is moving along very nicely. Just keep your eyes and ears open, because I'm going to have more information for those of you who want to start ordering Ambition Fuel pre-workout coffee. I call it pre-workout coffee, but it's really kind of pre-work coffee also. It's Ambition Fuel has lion's mane mushrooms as one of the main ingredients, which has been shown to really help clarity and focus. And I think this Ambition Fuel coffee works awesome. I love it, and it's really been helping me a lot. So anyways, we're getting moving along with that. We're getting closer and closer to having that on the market, and I will keep everyone posted on that, okay? So anyways, heading into the gym, I'm gonna do a physique update, weigh in. I got a workout to get in, and I hope everyone is enjoying. And I hope wherever you are, you have some nice May weather and you're enjoying some nice weather, and I hope you enjoy this episode. So at the beginning of the video, I was talking about how one of the main causes of tightness in the chest is from a lot of sitting, and a lot of adults do a lot of sitting. That's why it's so important to get up from your chair, move around, to spend time each day exercising, working on mobility and all that. But sometimes over the months and months and years of doing all this sitting, sometimes it gets to the point where it's almost too late, in the sense that you've already built up the adhesions in here. You've already built up that fascial adhesion that's pulling those shoulders forward. You've been trying to stretch it, and it just doesn't seem like it wants to stretch out. And the reason is that when you build up adhesions, or what we call like scar tissue, that's a very fibrous, non-stretchy type of material, and so stretching becomes less effective. And so you start stretching and you don't get any benefits, and that's when we need to take it to the next level and do some fascial release work, which is what I'm going to show you today. When these muscles get tight, they draw the shoulders in, they internally rotate the shoulders. That can create a lot of various problems, including stress on the neck, stress on the back. A lot of times people that feel like they have a lot of tightness in the upper back and in the neck, it's because of the fact that those shoulders are pulled forward, constantly stressing these muscles. So you feel like you want to massage these muscles back here, but that's actually not what's causing the problem. It's the tightness here that's drawing those shoulders forward. Sometimes, you do need to do a little work back here, but a lot of times the main thing back here is doing movements where you strengthen those muscles. We want to loosen up these muscles that are causing the actual problem, okay? So let me go over some techniques. You can do this every day at work. You can push yourself away from the desk, spend a few minutes doing this, do it a little bit in the morning or in the evening, but just try to work on this every day. It's just, a lot of times, just a few minutes a day, and it will start loosening up the muscles of your chest, and it's going to really help and make you feel a lot better, okay? I can't stress it enough how much I want everyone to start doing this, because I want everyone to feel better, okay? So it's just important stuff. Everything I show you today, I'm going to be demonstrating with, this is a Tai Chi Max ball from OcraMed Health. This is probably one of the most effective ways to break up fascial adhesions, because it has these rubber spikes. And when you have spikes like this, it can dig in deeper. If you're using a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball and that's all you have, that's okay. But keep in mind, that's going to be more superficial type of work. If you want to get in deeper, the spiky massage balls are definitely much better. If you don't have a Tai Chi ball, you don't have a lacrosse ball, everything I show you today, just use your knuckles. So there's two muscles that we want to work on that have to do with the chest that we're going to focus in on today, that really bring those shoulders forward and internally rotate the shoulders. The first is the smaller muscle. It's known as the pectoralis minor, the pec minor. The pec minor comes off of the coracoid process of the scapula. So it's coming from the scapula, and it attaches here in the third, fourth, and fifth rib. It's a relatively small muscle, but it's very, very important, because when the pec minor gets tight, it draws the shoulder down and forward. So this is a big culprit of these down and forward type of shoulders. And it's such an easy muscle to do some fascial release work on, okay? So we're gonna do the pec minor first. So like I said, it's coming in this area, right around this area, coming down like this. The motion of the pec minor is actually to bring the shoulder down and forward. So that's why when it gets tight and it's in a tightened position, that's the position. So to release it, we wanna do the opposite movement. We want to go up and back with it. We want to take the Tai Chi ball. We want to get it into this area here. I'm gonna push in on the pec minor, and I'm just gonna draw the ball downward. So I'm gonna trap the tissue like that. Push in, draw down. Now from this position, I'm gonna shrug the shoulder up. Try to keep the ball solid. Don't let the ball go up as best you can. It's gonna go up a little bit, but don't let the ball go up. Try to keep the ball in one position. Shrug the shoulder up and stretch it all the way back. Nice, slow, and controlled. Come back, draw the shoulder up, draw it back, nice, slow, and controlled, just like that. All right, so we're gonna do about 8 to 10 passes just like that, and then maybe move the ball around in another spot or two. Maybe there's a particular knot you find in there, so concentrate on that knot a little bit. And when you get the ball right on the knot, push in, pull down, and every time you find a good spot, shrug up and roll back 8 to 10 times. It feels absolutely awesome. Gets a lot of blood flow. You're gonna have a little redness in there, that's okay. Gets a lot of blood flow into the tissue, and it's helping to pull apart adhesions. Other muscles we're gonna do is the pec major. Now the pec major obviously is a much larger muscle. We have portions of the pec major that attach into the clavicle, the sternum. It's a large muscle. But when the pec major gets tight, it pulls the shoulder and it internally rotates the shoulder. It's a strong internal rotator. So when we want to do the pec minor, a simple technique we can use is starting from this position, we're going to bring the arm out to the side. And as we do that, we're going to go from an internal rotation to an external rotation of the shoulder, just like that. And we're going to do passes from kind of like a high area, kind of coming in this direction, from just like this, and then from a lower area coming up, okay? We're going to do different directions, and we're going to basically just be moving the ball around in different spots. So for example, I'm going to get the ball right in on, like maybe right underneath the clavicle area where some of the pec major attaches here, and let's just kind of like start from high up, from like this, internally rotate, push that ball in and trap it down, and then as I come across like this, I'm going to externally rotate. So come internally rotate, externally rotate. Nice, slow and controlled, and stretch it back as far as you can. And do a few passes in this angle, then do a few passes in this type of an angle, and then do a few passes just like that, okay? And after you do a few passes in each direction, move the ball around, another spot, push in, pull down, trap that tissue, and again, just start all over again. You're internally rotated, then you externally rotate as you pass through. Do a few passes this way, and a few passes this way. Nice, slow and controlled. I'm probably going a little faster because I'm just kind of moving things along. I try to go a little bit more slow and controlled, out and back in. And move all around the pec major. If you find a particular knot, spend a little extra time on that particular knot. Feels awesome. When you get done, you're going to feel just so much better just going back to your desk. You're going to feel much better just in general. And if you keep up with it, because this isn't going to fix everything in one session, but if you keep up with this and you're working it regularly on a daily basis, or at least every other day type of basis, you're going to notice an improvement in your posture. The shoulders are going to come back. If you throw in some back exercises along with the soft tissue work that I just showed you, your posture is going to improve, your neck, your back, everything's going to feel better. All is going to be better in the world, okay? So anyways, I hope that helps. Best of luck to everybody. Okay, real quick, let's get in the weekly weigh-in physique update, see where we're at. As I've mentioned, I weigh myself once a week. It's for the video on Saturdays. Let's see where we're at. Staying solid at 147, okay? All right, let's take a quick look. I've been feeling good. All right. We're trying to definitely work on bringing up some weak body areas, which is, it seems like every area is a weak body area. So, but I've been putting a little more attention into some back training, but I'm pretty much just working one body part per workout, and then I add in other stuff, but I focus on one body part per workout. So all right, so What did I do this week? I always talk about doing a little something extra each week to try to up it. So I got an extra day of running in this week, a little extra mileage. And I actually changed the workout around a little bit this week in the sense that I made this week a higher rep range type of week. Don't be fooled by, people saying, oh, you can't build muscle with higher reps. What I think the misconception is that people a lot of times when they're doing higher reps, they decrease their effort. But if you keep your effort up high and you're doing sets of 12, 15 reps and you're making sure that you're really working and struggling to get those 14th and 15th reps, you're still going to build muscle. I mean, if you do lighter reps and you do just 15 easy repetitions of something, of course it's not going to create a stress on the muscles and you're not going to build muscle. But higher reps are very, very effective, and you want to work those into your workouts, but make sure that just because you drop the weight down, you don't drop the intensity down. So anyways, best of luck to everyone in the coming week. Stay young, train hard. I'll see you next week.